EVE Online is a massively multiplayer online game developed by CCP Games. EVE Online is set in the galaxy of New Eden as humanity searches for a new home, having used all of Earth's natural resources. Originally released in 2003, the game is well known for being a deep and involving experience. I had a taste of this a few years ago when I entered New Eden on a free trial. After losing 18 hours in a single weekend, I decided that it wasn't the right time for me to get involved in another MMO. I really enjoyed the game, but I think EVE could easily have become an all-consuming experience at that time in my life, so I made the decision to quit before it really got its hooks into me. However, it's now a few years later and my gaming habits are different than they used to be. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't dedicate the same amount of time I used to gaming. I'd read in the press that last month EVE went free to play with its Ascension expansion. I believe the free to play option limits players in certain ways, but I thought I would check it out again and see if EVE can be enjoyable as a casual experience. So in this video I'm going to go through the tutorial and see how I enjoy it. The game starts with a character creator and a fairly standard race and gender selection. We then move on to an appearance customizer. The appearance customizer is pretty good, but I've recently tried Black Desert Online, which is probably the best character customizer I've ever seen. Any other character creator is going to suffer when compared to that. All that being said, I'm happy with how I managed to get my character looking in the end. The Ascension expansion introduces the clone states Alpha and Omega. The reason behind the creation of these new clone states is to provide a boost to the military capability of the empires. Playing as an Omega clone requires a paid subscription, while playing as an Alpha clone is free. This, however, limits the player in other ways in the game. The final stage before launching into the tutorial is selecting a profile picture using your created character. After that, it's time to see what this game is like.
Calling any convoy Zephyr 10 hotel survivors. Come in, all survivors. Showing a surviving trainer corvette. What's your status?
The game seems to begin with you surviving some kind of attack in your convoy by some drifters. As a rookie capsuleer, the fleet commander patches in to issue you instructions. You're then introduced to Aura, your ship's onboard artificial intelligence, who guides you through some basic navigation commands as you rescue survivors from the cargo holds of various vessels.
New Eden.
After rescuing a top scientist who has important information about the incursion, you're instructed to return to the base. Before you can do this, you must destroy a warp disruptor which the drifters have placed around the location.
Warp disruption field around your location. This means you can't warp out. You're stuck. However, the generator of this field will be close by. Locate and destroy it and you'll be free to leave.
Aura takes you through some combat tutorial exercises as you navigate to and destroy the warp disruptor.
On the generator and select Lock Target on the radial menu. You should now stop your ship.
Before you get the chance to warp out, some drifter ships show up and give you the opportunity to put your combat skills into practice.
Don't forget to stop your ship.
Eventually, after a couple of battles, it's time to head back to base for a debrief and some bonus currency. You learn more about the capsuleer training process and get the opportunity to upgrade your ship before heading out on your first mission to investigate a research outpost that has gone off the grid. In terms of the technical aspects, this game looks much like I remember. The graphics are great, as is the sound design. The level of detail and lighting of the ships is fantastic, and the sound is excellent at creating a sense of the emptiness of space. As for the controls, the tutorial eases you in gently, which is good. Although if you look around the screen you will see just how many controls and menus there are in the game. It's going to take a while to fully grasp what they all do. I like this though, it's a game which uniquely belongs on a PC and you would never find on a console. So my first impressions of delving into this world again are very positive. I've always loved space-based science fiction and New Eden is a world I could really buy into. I'm keen to try out the next bit of the tutorial, so keep an eye out for part 2 of this video. Take it easy and I'll see you again.